couldn't even see him. B, you sending an invite?
Stock and inventory prices online. Extraordinarily expensive, correct. Let me pull it up on Google while I have you guys on the phone. That way whatever, because again, I'm trying to be level of trust financially. I'm trying to stay freaking good with you guys, because I know my past determined a lot. So let me see.
You can see your jerseys? I can't even see mine when I go to mine. I don't know what I got on. Can you see mine when mine pop up?
Because those actually look cheaper than soft ones.
What color helmet I got on? What color pants?
Okay, that's yeah. I remember the cats hated the hard crate so much.
Is everything white? Is everything white, bro? Alright. Oh shit. Yeah.
I'd almost rather you guys do it over the phone than that while you're there, because it doesn't seem like it's going to be out of common practice for them. Okay, so the house is pretty good.
You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab. Round man when it come back, I'ma give back my bad when the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. That's gonna make you fuck like a limbo.
Yeah. Ooh.
First of the month, I'm a running back. Same day, why I'm a running back. Friday, payday, running back. Running back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back.
I got a superstar dead trait this game. Huh? Oh yeah, last name Fox. He got to get it. Sacks, forced
Just a
fumble.
gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of.
My rookie
Sun
left
out,
in.
roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago.
Gotta get it, man.
Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready.
I hope my
as their
internet a little
guys
better
get
today.
set to match up between our visitors and the Dallas Cowboys. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
No, it's totally it. That's why when I contacted on X, I don't know what I literally
Ready, break. 54, Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. 80 weapon. Do. Mike 5-4. Now.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, Mama probably got the sharpener.
When you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6-6. Pull it high.
Yeah, I gotta give her
Lock it. Hurry.
2nd and 4. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Pick it up. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. 22-jet bomber. Check. Walk 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 5-4. Hey, echo. Switch up. Hit it.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. And that's complete to Cooks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move.
What'd you say?
Fucking sick. He's gotta go to the fucking vet, bitch.
Line of scrimmage,
Invite what?
37 on 1st and 10.
You invite yours.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Huh? Some who? He said he wanted French toast.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Gilbert. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game. And now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down.
My legs.
Ready, set. 54, right there, 54 Mike. Rock it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive. Starts the game with a pick here.
Throw it away, man.
Time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. Now Elliott.
Go ahead.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Prescott to throw it.
Oh, my God.
It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open. And it would have been an easy throw.
Yeah. By the time we sit down. I think 29. 31.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott from the gun.
Okay, Waddle.
Sideline, it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Check. Cross. Here we go, 46.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Hey, man, down too little in that situation.
Good enough for the first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's get up. Here we go, 47.
Here's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Nobody.
Amari Cooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I don't know what you was in just then.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Ooh, good run.
And a
That
nice job
fast.
there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
I was there too. Hey, I've been on that play action. Trying to get saw it coming, but I was
19 yards the
up
pick
a
up
little
there.
too
Move
high.
the chains. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Holding.
And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Set 60 yards. Push him back. Push him back.
They go play action here on first down. Now a leaping catch.
That boy, that big.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing.
He
In
had
this
no
case,
chance of
tight end,
doing nothing
selling
against
the
that.
vertical route, get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now a carry here for their fullback. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Man, I wish that could have been
DeMarcus
Fox.
Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
So I wish that could have been Fox that got that sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Go, go. Yo, faster. Get it.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a
I'll tell you
couple
that in
of
a
them
minute.
picked off. Throwing on third and long. Lawrence. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Yeah.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say,
Let
they
me
were
get that kicker,
moving and
though.
grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Oh, that's a pony. Let me get that pony.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Nah. They old, man.
About set for this next drive
I'm
by the
rebuilding
Cowboys offense.
2 of
And
them
it's
right
only
now.
November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1-3, the score on EA Sports.
Shit. Dak better get his act together. Okay, gonna be on the bench. You ain't.
Here's a
Dak still
2nd
got
and 2
one
now
more
from
year
the
left on the
33.
contract.
Now Prescott. And he's got
Good
his man
guy.
on the out route. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Give him 15 there. The Cowboys have a first.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On the counter, Elliott looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
I ran through Donald. Huh? Jason, you back well.
Dude, I was talking to you and you didn't respond.
When?
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
When?
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On first down,
He had to come through that.
and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
I saw it too, but I figured
It's a
he'd get
loss
picked
of
up.
a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abuka gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now. Hard throw, incomplete.
Throw a safe pass.
Running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays.
Why would you hope that, man? I told you my internet looked better today.
In pregame.
My last 2 games, but they were horrible.
10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line. Made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal.
You got what you were supposed to have.
But they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
You got what you were supposed to have.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. A nice looking play.
Dan show caught me switching too. I was stuck on the line.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5
yards
back there. Midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
He caught me on that one.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Off the play fake. Lawrence. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play.
Get around their edge over there.
A big play could result for the offense.
Shit. You do need to.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run past
Jalen.
the Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd down, Elliott, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. Blitz coming. Down he goes. A'Shawn Robinson. Too much to handle that time. Gets the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A great return there. Bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Going up top for Cup. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a gain of 34. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. He gets it to Cooks. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. 2nd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And they better not call him. Man.
Over there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man. That's tough.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Lawrence.
Oh, why you do that?
And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. And he's out right at the 25. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Prescott on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Prescott. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Pressure made him choke.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of
come on.
go, well,
Eat it there.
Shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy.
Let's see if he was a little faster, though.
Free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one. Go to the locker room. Start over.
By the grace of God.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Hey, he's still going to get you every time.
On the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Prescott now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's see what you got.
And the blitz does come. Wide open receiver complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Elliott on 1st down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. Ashawn Robinson there on the stop.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
In your face.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing, Prescott. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Good shit. I don't even know what the fuck made me call a play action right there anyway.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone
I bet
twice
you will.
already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Mike, check, 59. I'm coming for you.
Looking to throw. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him sacked.
Shit just went on out the pocket.
For him on the year.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here we go! 60 or. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
On 1st down, Lawrence throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And this effort won't be enough.
Not this time.
To stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Smith.
To throw again, Lawrence. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Off play action. Lawrence. And that's complete to Cooks. And he will be marked
That nigga
down
don't drop
short
nothing.
of the first as they get to him at the 29. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
Remember what you told me that game is 4th and 2.
To stay in that spot, but I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control,
good,
running. How about the way he competes for
Third,
the football at the end
2
of the
minutes
play?
left. Yeah, you good. No, if you get stopped here, you hurt.
So out comes
You
a
playing
field
some
goal
good
team now
D.
for the
You
second
should
time here
depend on
today.
your defense right
Made
now.
his first. This now from 46 yards away. And now they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that
I
will
can't
make
kick
this
it
a
for
more
you.
difficult prospect. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Ellie, I thought you were ready. You picked the play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt.
Well, I know you was over there looking at the TV because you were thinking about going for it. So I know you were picking a play. See that? Hit that pause button.
And this one is right through. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers.
Why you gonna give my boy Swartz a run, man?
We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Why you want to give my boy Swartz a kick return, man?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish
That
this
would have been
game
some
off,
shit, huh?
they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. So don't say nothing.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They keep on the ground with Elliott. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably
So
a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
For recruiting, and holy fuck, you're a big goose. And fucking other commissioners to kind of like spitball ideas off of each other and try to make our leagues better. So we might wind up getting some good feedback ideas out of other people. people the other week, so it'd be pretty cool.
From the red zone now, Prescott.
Okay, cool.
It's Cooper. And he is out of bounds, but first he
Hey,
gets
Settle, didn't you say you had 2
10.
users joining?
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time.
I'm trying to get 2. I've got
What
one.
team they looking at?
Here before the quarter breaks.
I'm giving the Clippers kid another chance. I told him straight up, I was like, if you actually read the rules, I give you another chance. If you make me look like shit. And he was like, absolutely not. Send me the rules again. I was like, all right, I want you to read these motherfuckers. I want you to ask me questions about them immediately. So he's been in my DMs for like 30 minutes, like asking questions. But he's joining us the Bears.
But a teammate comes along and scoops it up.
In this
Almost like it's almost like
trying to
baseball.
get some
Guys at
improvement.
bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And
Yeah,
avoids the
check it out.
turnover.
Give me a second. Why y'all being so worrisome today, man? The hell they get y'all at school? Shit.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and
Fuck is
here's
going
second
on?
and goal. Prescott to throw it.
Good.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on first down.
It wasn't designed
they try
to
and
lose
throw it,
yards,
take a sack on
motherfucker.
second down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on third down?
It was designed to gain yards. We just
First
lost.
and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Prescott from the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Hey. Calm down.
It's a 10-point game. It's 16-6.
Jesus.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal
I
of the
thought
game,
that
able to
kick
knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. The kicker, rush coming, and he's taken down.
Good shit, Jalen.
Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
That nigga don't drop nothing. For real.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
To throw on 3rd down. Lawrence over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a gain of 13. 1st down, Rams. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They run. It's Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams
taking a hell of a beat.
Last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Not happening, sir.
On the set. Check right 54. Right 54.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. And this is caught.
Oh, yes, sir.
And a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a
dislocated ankle.
There as his guys
Yes, sir.
Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between
He did hit him now. He's been taking a lot of hits tonight, catching that ball.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the
Nigga been holding on to them motherfuckers, too.
And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away.
He said he wanted more. Hey, hush, man. I don't even know what you're talking about. Just talking to be
3
talking.
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah.
Now Prescott.
If it could have just been an accurate pass.
They face a 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline.
Oh shit, this one server I joined this like
not only the DBs gonna throw little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Way to hold the waddle.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Well, here's the thing, if MLB The Show comes out with an online franchise when this game comes out this month, we are doing it. We will have baseball on the Yankees, and nobody can fucking touch that team.
Oh man, we got 2 Yankee fans in the chat.
I was about to say, my grandfather was born in the Bronx. I've been a Yankee fan since I was fucking sucking on mama's titty, bro. Yankees are like...
A big run there, 29
Yeah, I've been a Yankee fan for a little minute.
He's still rumbling,
your boy's gonna be hitting jacks with motherfucking Aaron Judge and Miguel Andujar.
Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
62, we're golden.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take
man,
what they
you
give
played a hell
them.
of a game with me. I got to give you
make
that.
something big happen for them.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm trying out this new playbook too. I saw the formation in it. It looked alright. That wildcat I've been running.
A yard and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
You said,
stuffed on first
hold on,
down,
what you
not
mean?
much better there. 2-yard gain.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play,
do it show Wildcat in the little play box?
For some trick plays coming into the game.
I usually just pick a contain play and just hit L1, and you just gotta take a guess of either containing the quarterback or the running back. Damn, Zeke tired. That's usually how I do that, though.
The slant route, that's caught by Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 19.
Crunched over.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Another
strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Why you want to do that, man?
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got
nice.
first and goal in the game.
Did get one on. I'm glad I got that big back.
They'll run with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Didn't Corona beat a user the other day? Yesterday?
Got damn close.
Oh, Cincinnati. Oh, that'd have been a big upset.
Team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Never play with your opponent. Never underestimate nobody. I did that. Underestimated the Lions. It turned out to be a close game. That right there let me know I take everybody serious.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Ready? 60 or.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
That's a nigga from Ohio State.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. You got the big lead defensively.
I ain't even do my damn player trade this season.
Stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the
I gotta see who's Brownstone on my team.
And he is met in his tracks behind.
They said it ain't too late to do that, is it?
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Set a step away.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
You do got to go in.
Everyone wants to play a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Cowboys, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sport.
All right. Yes, sir.